Good morning all of you, and today's we will discuss about to the cloud computing unit 3, and this topic is very interesting, and because in this topic we will discuss about to the NIST cloud definition framework and to the cloud computing model. So this is the basic infrastructure about to the NIST cloud computing model, National Institute of Standard Technology. So here we already know that this is the basically the hybrid cloud, and in hybrid cloud basically we will discuss about the three models: private cloud, community cloud, and the public cloud. Into the service model, basically we will work on the three services: software as a services, platform as a services, and infra as a services. For about to the essential characteristics, basically these are the five essential characteristics. First one is the on-demand self-service, and second one is to the broad network access. Third one is to the rapid elasticity, resource pooling, and the measured services. So these five essential characteristics included into the every cloud computing model. Next is the common characteristics. These are the some common characteristics which is also included into the cloud computing reference model: massive scale, resilient computing, homogeneity, geographic distribution, virtualization, service orientation, low-cost software, and the advanced security. So this is basically overall standard procedure which is follow for the any cloud computing framework. So today's in this outline we will discuss about to the cloud service model and to the cloud deployment model. So in the cloud services model, cloud software as a service, we already know that software as a service, it means SaaS, and SaaS is basically we have to use of the software as a service. So users provide an application over the network, any kind of application. For example, if you are using Google services like Google Doc, Google Spreadsheet, Google PowerPoint, so these called the software as a service. User doesn't manage or control the network, server, OS, storage, application, with the possible exception of limited user specific application configuration setting. So basically in this SaaS, software as a service, user just use the application and store our data, but there is no control about to the operating system, no control about the server, no control about the network. Next is platform as a service, that's called the PaaS. Okay, so user deploy their application on a cloud, user control their apps because it is provided to the platform. So the consumer does not manage or control the underlying cloud infrastructure, network, server, OS, or storage, but the consumer has control over the deployed application and possible application hosting environment configuration. So user only control the deployed application which he have make. Third one is the IaaS, infra as a service. So in these services, rent processing, storage, network capacity, and other fundamental computing resources are included in this. So consumer get access to the infra to deploy their stuff. Don't manage or control the infrastructure. Do manage or control OS, storage, application, selected network component. To be considered cloud, they must be deployed on top of the cloud infrastructure that has the key characteristics. So here we already discussed about two software services architecture. There is a cloud infrastructure, individual SaaS, cloud infra, PaaS SaaS, cloud infrastructure, IaaS, PaaS, Azure. In the platform as a service architecture, the user has only information about the PaaS and IaaS infra as a service as a architecture. Okay. So in the traditional information technology, infra as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service. Here the controlling, you manage traditional IT, you manage all these things like application, like data, like runtime, like OS, like virtualization, like servers, storage, and networking. But into the infra as a service, you manage only application, data, runtime, middleware, and OS, and delivery are delivered, or these service are managed by the service provider. Platform as a service, you just manage two things, application and data, and remaining things is managed by provider, service provider. Okay, software as a service, all these thing information is delivered as a managed by the service provider. So these are the some vendors of which is provided the SaaS, PaaS or IaaS. SaaS basically Google provided, Google Apps, all the Google Apps we already discussed about. The Google App, Google Meet, Google Doc, Google Spreadsheet, Google Excel Sheet. Salesforce, this is providing these two vendors provided the software as a service. PaaS, Platform as a Service, which is provided Google, Windows Azure or Force.com, and IaaS, this is Amazon Web Services, that is called the Amazon AWS, and Google App Engine, Windows Azure, that's called using the infra as a service. So what is cloud deployment model? In the cloud deployment model, the model which is we have to deploy that cloud. So there is basically the four type of deployment model are there: private, public, community and hybrid model. So into the private model, private cloud, single organization only, which is particular for the private organization, that's managed by the organization or the third party, and this private cloud deployment model is on or off premises. Second one is community cloud. So into the community cloud, the shared infrastructure for a specific community, several organizations that have shared concern and managed by the organization or a third party. So that is the community cloud is basically for the specific community, just like the Oracle community, just like the Java community. So that is basically for the community purpose. Public cloud is basically for all the public, sold to the public, mega scale infrastructure available to the general public. And hybrid cloud is basically it is the hybrid of two or more cloud, like public cloud, private cloud, that is a combination of both, that's called the hybrid cloud, bound by standard or proprietary technology. So in this that is the architecture of the private cloud. So cloud infrastructure built in the house, that is the private cloud. Retain control of resources, you have a control about your resources. More security and privacy. Can conform to regulatory requirement. Needs capital investment because there is need the amount of to install the private cloud, and need expertise to build and maintain. So you need to a specific person to maintain that particular private cloud. So that is called the private cloud. Private cloud limited control, which is represented by the NIST. Outsourced private cloud, here that is the infra of your cloud is residing on the other premises. So cloud provider, these are the cloud provider, and here is the private cloud. So consume has limited capability to manage security within outsourced IaaS private clouds, consumer enterprises network, and that is the consumer enterprises network have a private cloud. On-site, that is called the on-site, and that is called the outsource. So what are the advantages of the private cloud? So basically the extensive security option and capabilities substantially more than the private cloud. Availability to the internal network and increased access communication for the internal user. Third one is can grow with the business and be expanded or changed as whenever we required. So there is also some disadvantages of private cloud. Significant level of engagement from both management and IT departments are required. First. Second, significant investment is required both to build the private cloud and maintain and grow it, and does not deliver the short-term solution given the required time needed to build it out that the public cloud does. So basically these are the disadvantages of the private cloud. So these are the some example of the private cloud. HPE is a key leader in the private cloud market. VMware is also, Dell, Oracle, IBM and Microsoft and Cisco. These are the some private cloud vendors. Next one is the public cloud. So public cloud is available to everyone. Everyone means every public. So anyone can go and sign up for the service, just like the Google Drive, that is public cloud. Economic of scale due to size. Some public cloud concern ownership, control, regulatory compliance, data applicability, or liability for SLA breaches. Okay, that is the public cloud which is included with the using of internet. So here is the public cloud. They are the users, cloud consumer accessing the cloud over a network. Using internet, we can access the enterprises network. So what are the advantages of public cloud? So first most advantage is increased network efficiency and the more resources, reduce complexity and the lead times because the architecture is fixed. Ready to go application used within the public cloud can conform to and the demand of the business. These are the advantages. There are also some disadvantages because we have a fewer option for the customization. We cannot we cannot customize that particular public cloud because there is a limited option about that. Substantially less secure because all the information included into the server side and vendor side. Fixed architecture cannot at times not grow within the needs of the business. Okay, so these are the some public cloud: Google Cloud, Salesforce, Amazon AWS, or Microsoft Office 365. The next one is the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud, basically it is the combination of the private and public cloud. So here is the public cloud, here is the private cloud. Using internet, we are using the private public cloud, and from the public cloud we also included into the private cloud. So best for both world. Workload is deployed mostly on private cloud. Resource can be used from public cloud when there is a surge in peak load, cloud burst. Okay. Next one is hybrid cloud. Is basically it is the bridge between private and public cloud. So hybrid cloud means the cloud infrastructure is a composition of two or more distinct cloud infrastructure, private, community, or public, that remain unique entities but are bound together by standardized or proprietary technology that establish data and application portability. So we can using cloud busting for load balancing cloud. So that's why we are using of the hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud, basically computing enable enterprises to deploy on the premises private cloud to host sensitive or critical workload, and use a third party public cloud to provider to host less critical resources such as test and development workload. Just like that, Netflix, Hulu, Uber and Airbnb all rely heavily on hybrid cloud because they are working on the both cloud, private cloud and the public cloud. Data storage due to its own demand and pay per use feature. So if we are using pay, then we can access the Netflix series, Netflix movies, and etc. etc. So some of the advantages of the hybrid cloud: best for both the public and private cloud in terms of needed of resources, added accessibility for internal and external users, security parameters are higher than that of the public cloud. So some of the disadvantages of hybrid cloud also: so inherent inefficiency of monitoring several different security platform because we have a limited working on that particular cloud. Customization of rule of policies to govern security and the element of infrastructure that do not link between the public and private cloud. So the policies that are different between for the private cloud and the public cloud, but there is no infra or there is no policies which is the link between the private and public cloud. Added security risk also into the hybrid cloud. So these are the some example of hybrid cloud vendors. Microsoft Azure Stack, you can build application for Azure cloud and deploy either on the Microsoft cloud infra or within the walls of your data center without the rewriting code. AWS Outpost, it is fully managed service where Amazon provided pre-configured hardware and software for the customer on pre-premises data center. or co-location space to run their application in a cloud native manner without operating the AWS data center. Google Cloud Anthos, a new platform that promises the ability to run application on premises in the Google Cloud, and the most importantly with other major public cloud providers like Amazon Web Service and the Microsoft Azure. Oracle Cloud at customer, the service puts together cloud computing and the platform resources such as DBMS, big data, app development, software as a service applications such as CRM, customer relationship management, ERP, enterprise resource planning, and the HCM, human capital management to the customer owned data center. So these are the some example which is the hybrid cloud vendors. Next one is the community cloud. So we already discussed about the community cloud. The community cloud basically it is specific for the community purpose. So if they are the some community, okay, they are the some community, they are the some community. So these are the using the that particular cloud. Okay. So community cloud, the cloud infrastructure is provisioned to exclusive use by the community or customer from organization that have shared concern. For example, mission, security requirement, policy, compliance consideration. So it may be owned, managed and operated by one or more of the organization in the community, a third party or some combination in them, and it may exit on or off premises. Okay. So community cloud computing refers to a shared cloud computing services environment that is targeted to a limited set of organization or employees like bank or head of the training firms. Organization having similar computing concern and have shared interest can share it. This type of cloud computing is best compatible with ventures, business organization, research organization and tenders. So the benefit, the user of community cloud to know and analyze the business demand first. So first we have to identify which type of demanded are there, and then we can easily use of the community cloud. There are some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, pros advantages are there for the community cloud: flexibility, scalability, availability, security, compliance, control level of privacy, more control over configuration management. These are the some disadvantages. There is the more complex, security as good as your IT staff knowledge, support yourself, remote access may be limited, increased IT staff and consistent maintenance cost. That is the disadvantage of community cloud. So these are the some example of the hybrid cloud vendors. Google is GOV Cloud, Salesforce Community Cloud. A good example is US based dedicated IBM software cloud for federal agencies. So these are the some common cloud characteristics: massive scale, homogeneity, virtualization, resilient computing, low cost software, geographic distribution, service orientation and also advanced security technologies. Okay. So these are the today's topics, and we will discuss about one by one about these topics. What is massive scale, what is homogeneity, what is virtualization, why are the use of resilience in computing, what low cost software, geographic distribution, service orientation and advanced security technologies. So we will discuss on to these characteristics about to the next lecture. Okay, thank you. If you have any query, just ask on my mail ID guptapradeep@akgec.ac.in. Thank you very much.